Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We screwed up here. I need to bolt this
that's your side.
No, we need to bolt this. Pull this engine out,
And then
I'm going to cut the video to the end. Ta-da! And I do want to pull it apart and see what's wrong with it. But I need the engine stand that the other engine's on, so I'll have to do the switcheroo to put this on the engine stand and get it apart to see what's wrong with it. So there'll be a little bit of delay on the diagnoses of the problem with this. Meanwhile, we're just going to buzz through the last little bit of pulling it out, beating the rain. What a win-win. Let's pull the starter. You can stand right here, John. I'm going to try to leave all the wires connected. I'm going to be real graceful. Here, work that bolt, can you?
Okay.
Oh, it's half inch. Go get a socket.
All right. Well, this shouldn't take too long, so it's that one.
Oh, never mind, I got it.
Oh, good, because I have a 1/2-inch socket.
All right. It came out. Bring me one of those jack stands there, John, so I can place it on this starter so the wires aren't being plugged in there. I'm giving away my internet secrets here.
I'm sure the internet won't mind.
If you place that there, precariously balanced,
I can get the other one.
you better get the other one, because one ain't doing it. And what you want to do is get your bolts trapped underneath the legs of the stand.
Oh, that too, yes.
Yeah, that's the secret to this. Every good car guy knows that secret.
Okay. If it's going too easy, make it difficult on yourself.
I have a feeling since the engine doesn't turn, we are going to need to pull the torque converter with the transmission, and then somehow...
You mean torque converter with the engine?
Yeah, that's what I just said, the transmission engine. If we get lucky.
Yeah?
There's not even a drain plug in the oil.
Oh, perfect.
That's why there's no oil in it. There's no holes in it that I can see yet.
Well, then maybe the reason it's not turning is rust on the crank.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's no way this thing's gonna turn. For every season there's a turn. This has no
seasons.
This season is done. It doesn't mean it's not rebuildable, it's just not working. Oh well. I guess you might as well put that on pause till I finish under here, because you can't see nothing anyway.
Alright.
So John's pulling that pulley off the front. Gain us a little bit. I've got all the bolts out of the bell housing back there. The motor mounts were gone. The drain plug was already pulled from the oil pan, so we don't even have that. And usually these things come with a pile of parts. This one did not. Anyways, I'm going to use my fancy leaf blower. It's been a little while because I want to pull the distributor and I want to, but I got to wait for him to move so I don't him in the face. Do 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 do. You gotta make a dink dink sound. No. Do do do. Dink dink. You are totally not musical. What'd you do? Didn't take the center bolt out that's holding it on there?
You told me I didn't have to.
Oh, I told you. Yeah, John, you want to take that center one out? It's got a big washer on it? No, you don't have to. Watch this. Alright, you got to take that center one out probably. I don't think you have to though.
Why not? It's still on there, though.
This is some fancy filming right through those bars.
I know, right? If I can get this lined up, it will come off. I can make fun of you too, you know.
Oh, on. Spring will be here before you get this done. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. I don't think you had to take that one off. I wonder why this doesn't come off. Is it really? You got to take that one off?
Maybe it's that welded bead right there.
Yeah.
They just welded the two together because this was never coming apart. They weren't gonna blow the engine up when they had a supercharger on it.
They never did, John. There's no reason. There's no way to even run the pulleys. The guy was full of facts and fiction.
What? Well, I think he had a different engine. If that was
once you tell one lie, the whole thing's a lie.
I was gonna hit it with a hammer.
I guess we need. I guess we needed that. All right, get that out of here. Go on now. Get.
Oh, you don't want this back in there?
No, don't worry about it. Just put all that. Come on. Are we ever gonna get this engine to run again? No.
What?
All right. Here, you leaf blow me. You film me leaf blowing that, because if I let this camera go, guess where it's going?
To the moon.
It's going right down the tubes.
I don't know why you set that up all weird.
I think my sunglasses were under there.
Were.
I was optimistic that it would sunny today.
Yeah, you know, as soon as we go outside, it'll be cloudy.
Somebody right now is freaking that I have a classic Chevy out in the rain, but now I'm just using it as a tool bench.
Well, we also have a classic Jeep out in the rain using it as a tool bench.
So I got this fancy tool.
Or was that the tool you were trying to impress the viewers with?
No. They've seen these before.
No, it was the line wrench earlier.
The viewers are all mechanics and are experts, John.
I'm sure.
Everybody knows how the internet works. Is there any red juice in this?
Yes.
Oh.
Does it smell like red juice?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Does it taste like red juice?
I'm not tasting it.
It tastes like fruit punch.
It does not taste like fruit punch.
Only one way to find out.
I think we'll pull the whole intake manifold off because we need that carburetor out of the way, everything, because otherwise the chain's just going to be... I don't need those parts.
But it's fun to have those parts.
I'm going to pull the Mickey Townsend valve covers, everything, so when we go to pull this out, it's less stuff that's getting bound up on the chain, you know?
Well, you don't want to break those classic valve covers.
Those are actually classics, yes. I would like to.
Would like to keep them around for a little longer.
Should I take the wires or just...
Just...
They use part of the GM wiring harness. They did real good on the part that connects from the cap, but over here they just put in these kind of spade clips.
They worked, didn't they?
And then this tachometer one. Oh, look at that, thing's in the way.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad everything's working out in your favor.
You ever take one of those Willys windshield wipers off?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was too young to help when you built yours.
So you take these Phillips head screws, and you put one right there, and you take it out. This is the simplest thing in the world. You put that there. Now these are vacuum operated. Here's the vacuum hose if you don't believe me. Goes right to the...
Isn't there supposed to be one on this side too?
That's for the windshield washer.
Ah, close enough.
And then the cable pulls on it and it opens the little door for more or less vacuum. Oh, great, came right off, perfect.
Yeah. You think that one works?
I don't know. That's a good enough part to put inside. They're horrible. They don't work worth a poop, but that's what you got, so you got to make it work, right? Oh, did any of those pine needles go in there?
I don't think
those wires, dude.
I don't think that matters too much.
This was a brand new distributor when they put it in here.
I'm sure half of these parts are brand new, like that very
Unhook
chrome.
Unhook it, man.
You got a vacuum line hooked up
What?
here.
No, I don't. Unhook it, man.
I unhooked the vacuum line. Otherwise, you
Octopus!
pull one of those off, and then it's a. I pull two of them off, then it's a septopus.
There's your problem. Look at all that room we got.
No.
And there was a plastic line down here. It went to the oil sender.
Well, it's plastic,
right
so
here.
it'll come off.
Right. I didn't want to wreck it. But I do want to cut those plastic zip ties. We need to disassemble the throttle linkage. That's why I said I just pull that whole. Hey, let's take the valve covers. Oh yeah, Mickey Thompson it. Never had any with the T handles.
Well, now you do. I don't think these were very tight.
No, nothing was. Should have got more pine needles out of there, but now I can scrape them down.
Again, we're never using this engine.
Oh, we might, John. It could just be it needs some bearings or a crank. We put a stroker kit in it, huh? We buy a crank with the rods.
And then what? Now it's a 305? No.
It's already a 7.
Yeah, so it'd be a
You can't go
350.
down.
Oh, this one came out with its stud.
Yeah, some do, some don't.
Huh. See, now you gotta take the brakes booster off.
Probably. These don't feel very heavy.
They're aluminum, that's why.
Yeah, I thought the ones I had were heavier than this.
Yours may not be
Yeah,
aluminum.
I gotta really pull that. I think it's just this hose, which is part of this back here.
Well, what are you gonna do about it? Oh, perfect. That's down there now.
You losing pieces?
No, I know where it went. Had to start another video and got distracted. Oh no, you threw it down the distributor hole.
I don't think that's 9/16.
What makes you say that?
The fact that it didn't fit.
Did that one fit? Ah, now we're disassembling the carburetor.
Oh yeah. So now I can take this plate off. Snap the ball. Disconnect the hooks. Lose the bolt. You remember how this goes together?
No, on the video probably ain't gonna help.
Because we'll edit out the parts we need.
Well, because I'm on the other side of the engine from what you're taking off.
Well, I'm unhooking these hooks without trying to poke them under my fingernail.
Oh, but that's always the best part.
Okay, so that goes up here because we'll use it again.
Because we'll have to take the brake
The
booster
TV
off
cable.
in 5 minutes.
Goes there. This comes out here. Now, are those still connected? Wire?
They're not connected to nothing except for that black wire.
So,
It
yeah,
goes
that's
down
the
there.
that's the kick down for the transmission.
Oh,
Give me
and
that 9/16 wrench. Give me that 5/8 wrench.
I was about to say, I don't have one over here.
Oh, this is where you're supposed to use a line wrench, Darian. Yeah, about that. Oh, got a backup problem.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I think it's 3/4.
What makes you say that?
The fact that 11's too small. What happened to Grandpa Crescent Wrench that was out here?
I don't know. We had a crescent wrench out here?
Oh yeah, I had a big one.
Probably buried under stuff with the magical tools that keep showing up on the table.
Okay. So this vacuum line here, the metal one, that one is vacuum that goes to the transmission solenoids.
Wow.
Then you have to have the TV cable. I don't know that it's called TV. Throttle valve or something cable.
Television cable?
Yeah, so you can watch. It's color or black and white. And you got to have that adjusted to the thing right, which currently is.
You got to have it on channel 4.
And I believe that the other transmission in their engine over there has the same carburetor and everything. So. And meanwhile, he can just live up here. These bolts for the intake manifold, they can go right there.
Nah, you don't need those.
They're stainless anyways, it looks like.
They're stained?
And they're less. The carburetor, it can go over here. It's just next to the garbage can. It's not in the garbage can yet. The diverter plate, somebody siliconed on.
Well, you just rip that off with the pry bar or whatever you did with it.
Yeah. Let's try to pull the intake manifold without disturbing that. They must have been a reason they put it on there. I think I need to blow more off.
Well, now you got the engine half open.
John, I care about as much as this worth of these paper towels.
Well, each paper towel is like maybe 2 cents.
I care 4 cents worth. Weed blower.
Man, you need more batteries.
Supercharged!
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's enough pressure to really do anything.
I don't know. The engine's froze up. Alternator stuff, probably gonna need that. We'll put it over here.
I'll start cutting it off.
Yeah, what you want to do is just blindly cut wires on these projects.
Yeah, do it like if you're getting an engine from a junkyard.
Well, that's different. That's screwing the next guy.
Only if the next guy wants the whole truck.
If he wanted the wiring harness.
Well, yeah, but you wanted the ends of the wiring harness so you knew where they went.
I'm gonna have to use a ratchet. So what's yours look like under here?
I don't know, never took it off. I just took the 3 out and then dropped the 1.
Real committed to it, huh? Hey, this is vintage.
And aluminum.
Actually, it's pretty clean. Look at that.
Wow, those are the ones that you shine up and sell for like $300.
Oh yeah, there's a guy 10 miles from here who's got a beautiful set for $140, John. So
Yeah, but see, if you sell them for $300, then he'll put his at $300, or you'll help him sell his at $100.
anyways, they're out there. You guys can look at your little want ads, papers, whatever. They're out there.
They're out there.
It's just gonna be a bugger, isn't it?
Yeah, you gotta.
I got it. I got it.
Nope, you gotta take the vacuum booster off. You know you're still gonna have to do that anyway.
No, why?
Well, if you're gonna have this truck drivable, the brakes are gonna have to be redone.
Oh yeah, that way. Yeah, of course. Maybe we'll just pull the heads right now, and then we can see what it looks like on the inside.
And then might as well pull the timing chain, all the pistons, everything. Get one of them dingle ball hones.
Do an in-frame rebuild.
Yeah.
Because you can't get the torque converter off anyways.
Yeah.
Is this aluminum or is this a cast iron one? This looks like cast iron with the rust in there.
Yeah.
It's a dual plank.
No, it's just
There has been water. Now that's the thing I don't like about that hood. So it's got louvers and a big bird catcher and no air cleaner on there.
well, I think it was meant to be in a shop.
I think it was meant to be. I told Mrs. Just Enough Garage, I said, oh, look at this.
Oh, look at that.
It got into a rock fight and lost, John.
Well, that's what the bird catcher kept picking up.
Following a gravel truck. Anyways, I was telling him this is just enough garage. I said I have the hood off my rat rod I didn't use, and it's perfect for this.
It's the same one.
It's the same one, but more importantly, it's not all cut up. She goes, well, I like that look. I said, then you might have a summer and a winter hood because I don't like the idea of having no...
Well, what we could do is get some aluminum sheets and then just, well, I guess we'd do steel because it's a steel hood and weld
the
it
inside?
under. Yeah.
Make some gutters?
Something like that. Well, I was just saying you just put a skin underneath.
Yeah. Kind of like a push-up bra, huh? It looks that way, but it's not real.
Well, it was that way. We just changed it, so it's more of a breast reduction.
We go down a path.
Yeah.
I think this is cast iron because of the rust. Quadrajet, we've all learned about those on that over there. These have different sizes.
Quadrabog.
Well, the bog is when all the air is going through there, it makes a sound. And then you say to yourself, man, that sounds like it's really going fast. And you look out the window and you're like, what did it
I'm doing 25.
It didn't. No, they'll go faster than that. But...
No, when you just first start off. Oh yeah, I'm sure the engine's great, especially because he's got these weird sleeves on them.
Those weird sleeves? You know what that weird sleeve is?
What?
Silicone. They put so much of that silicone on there when they gasketed it down. What's a bunch of... See, this is this thing right here. Don't be drinking too many beers when you're doing an engine.
I think what actually happened is I think they siliconed those in there, because look at this one. It's all the way down there.
Don't drink too many beers when you're doing an engine job.
Well, you can have as many as you want. You just can't expect anything to work at the end.
The product will show it. All right, let's pop that off there. Where's my prime bar?
I don't know. You keep wandering off with it.
I didn't even want to do this today, John. I had other things I wanted to do.
All right, give me a second. All right, you can keep wandering back and forth now.
Where do I want to put this prime bar at? Just lift on the rockers.
Put it right in there.
Let's check the rest of these.
Yeah, only a few of them are loose.
Well, with the open headers, you wouldn't have heard the tick, 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 tick rattle.
Or shove it in the water.
And snap this intake manifold. I bet they have a lot of silicone on this.
Well, I'm sure. It's cast iron. It'll take it. If it doesn't, buy aluminum.
How about I just put the engine in there I have run, just run, and then someday you can do...
No, that's not pieces. Well, maybe.
Yeah. It's pretty good shape for the shape it's in.
Well, I mean, there's plastic in the bottom. I don't know where that came from.
Pretty good shape for the shape it's in. Look at that. They put the gaskets on.
Well, the front one's probably with the intake.
Yeah. These clogged up crossovers. Some people block that off. Some people don't. This one didn't.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And what do you use those crossovers for?
It warms the carburetor. The exhausts from these cylinders cross over and they warm the carburetor so when it's cold engine it's supposed to run better or something. I think we're ready to pull it. I don't want to screw with losing all the push rods and everything by pulling the heads yet until it's on the stand, John.
Okay, well then.
I think we're ready because we have everything out except for this right here.
Oh, I'm sure that'll work out just
then
fine.
we need to put a jack underneath the transmission.
We don't need to.
And then we need to yard this sucker out.
Throw it on the ground, rip the torque converter off, get the other engine, put it in here, and then we'll do a burnout.
Oh yeah, we know that engine can do a burnout. Yeah, 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 let's do it. Okay, we got it rigged. We'll put you on the fender. If you fall on the ground and get hurt, that's not our fault.
Not at all.
Transmission fluid. A little squirter bottle. This came off the back of my Willys rod, so we're going to use it to fix the jack. Hopefully. Transmission oil. Oh, you got it full.
Yeah, a little too much.
Put the lid on that.
Here's that one.
Since you're going to spill it everywhere, I have some rags here ready to go when you, because you wanted to fill it all the way.
It just filled faster than I thought it would. Turns out transmission fluid is not as thick as oil.
No.
So then why do they call it transmission oil? Look at that, it didn't even leak.
Alright, we'll pump the dirt out of that first. Right here on the rag, make sure it works.
That works perfect.
Oh, she's a great one.
I think you need new leather seals in here.
Alright, plan B, that didn't work. Fail, hold on. Okay, we went and got Big Brother. Hold it straight up and down, John. There you go. There's the red juice. It had motor oil in it. I poured the motor oil out. This one didn't work and it was leaking at the bottom. So now give that thing about 10 pumps.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, you hold this. I'm going to do this and see if that made a difference.
Let's try some more.
Okay, what do we caught?
This vacuum stuff over here.
Oh, it's just crap here. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, that's it, John. Need 10 more pumps of oil.
How about I keep pumping as you keep pumping?
No, because I don't want to have too much in there. So when it
1, 2.
because when it comes down, that oil's got to go somewhere.
You get some floor dry and put it on around.
You counting those? 6, 3, 2, 1, 9, 8.
That should be 10. Maybe even 11.
You doing all right?
Should be.
Good, because just wanting to push the grill out now.
Oh, good. Then turn it.
Need 10 more, John. You know what? Put 15 in.
I don't think my thumb can handle that. 2, 3, 4.
Well, while he's boring you with that, those are the clips down there that were caught on the transmission lines. Hopefully you can see them. If you can't see it, write in the comment. Couldn't see it, Darren. Whoa, she's running out of juice right at the moment we needed it. All right, let me set that camera over here. You're gonna have to help push.
Right now. No possible way.
That right there is our issue down here.
Well, then you kick that this way.
Where's my red bar? Right there on the fender, right where I needed it.
Oh, good.
Okay, go ahead.
Glad we're planning ahead.
Keep on going. All right, lower it down right there.
Wait, you don't want to load?
No, I don't want it in the air where it's gonna fall and smashes. All right, hold on to it. Let's see if we can get these torque converter bolts out while we got it up in the air. Torque converter.
He's your friend.
I think these are nuts and bolts.
Okay.
I don't think they're welded. Okay, this is the motor. You can see it hasn't ran in a while. Cobwebs. I don't see any holes in the block. Do you see any holes in the block? It might have just spun a bearing.
There might not be anything wrong with it. There's some light rust in there.
See, I couldn't get that out, and all I had to do was just lift it out.
Yeah.
You're right, it could be, and in that case, we'll just switch it with the other one, and what do we care? One engine's the same as the next to us. We have no expectations. They're very low if they are any expectations. You don't want to try to turn it on there.
Why? Because it's turning the whole...
Yeah. All right, let's get the torque converter off on the engine stand. All right, torque converter came off. We discovered we could get it to move a little bit now that we had some prying. It'll go that far this way, and then it'll get stuck. And then it'll go... I think it has a broken crank or something. Because it turns pretty easy, but you see there's none of the stuff up top is moving. Is that cam even? Let me lower it down. Let's see.
I see the cam gear up front moving.
It's turning, so the chain's still connected.
Yeah, here, let me just zoom in there so you guys can see that.
And then it gets there and stops. Anyways, we were able to turn it enough to get these bolts out, impact guns, you know, whatever. Let's blast this off because I know on that stand this binds it up. So, what are those 5/8, John?
I don't know. I'm not good at guessing sizes.
This is how you get hurt.
Only a little bit.
Well, you know, if a guy had a little sandpaper, he could just...
Or you could just keep shaking and wiggling and shaking.
You could put the whole engine together and leave those bolts out, and then...
Yeah, get the engine to start and just spin it.
It wouldn't start, because you'd leave those bolts out.
Minor
You
details.
might need this, you don't know. Don't throw nothing away until it runs.
Throw it away.
All right, let's go set that down over there. Bring out another one. Get to this point in life. Okay, so you guys remember this gem from the summertime? And I said I wasn't sure what I was doing with it. Well, now I'm sure what I'm doing with it. Just gonna put it in there. So, got rid of this fan. We don't need that. Remember, we had a shorter fan. So that can go away. This one has the exhaust manifolds, has the right water pump for that power steering.
Oh, perfect.
So that part's okay. John says, well, you took care of the torque converter, so he thinks the front will go right in.
Should.
So that'll be okay. We'll take a walk over here, John. And I'm not a small block Chevy guy, but within 15 feet, I got 3 of these pieces of junk.
1, 2,
This one here.
3.
This one here is a 350 small block Chevy. It has the Mickey Thompson valve covers on it. I bought those for $40 some years ago and cleaned them up. But the aluminum on them wasn't good enough, so I just painted them. Well, that created problems here between there and there and there because they're so much taller. So just be aware of that when you're doing these conversions. So I've had some experience with these before. And then you see the power steering unit has got parts and pieces of different ones. You see the water pump was different, so then it had to use different stuff. That was an aftermarket water pump. These are what's called a short. Look, if you look between the back of the water pump and the timing cover, it touches. The long ones, which there was a gap between here and that water pump, and let's come over here and look at this. See that gap between there? That finger width, 3/4 of an inch. That's the difference between a long and a short. This is long, that's long. So all these parts should go together. It's the same vintage, essentially. This motor's maybe a few years newer than that other one, but so
yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna try to put it in with the distributor. Hopefully I won't break it, because then I won't lose my firing order or nothing. It had a wiring harness on the back, which, you know, it is what it is, because I left the starter on this one.
Well, you can always pull the wires off of this. Where do these wires go?
That's the factory wires under here that go to the starter. So I think what we'll do is, yeah, let's see, these are in line, long and short. No, this is angled. That one was straight up. So this should have dual purpose. Let's bust it off. You know what, let's put it on the hanger and then work on it, because I left the flex plate on this when I bolted it together and I wasn't able to turn it because of that. That's a nice looking ground strap.
Yeah, it's only got 1/2 of it.
Oh
though.
no, I'm letting all the smoke out of the engine.
Oh no.
Oh. Now the oil pan, that other oil pan had a couple of dents in it. Oh, it looks like this is going to match.
Oh, weird. It might just be a Chevy thing.
Well, for the steering, right? Because that steers, that has rear steer behind.
Oh, it'll be.
These got stretched a little, but this is good. That's good.
That's good. It just means they're closer to the front now.
Yeah.
Fit it on the radiator.
You know,
better.
a smart guy would be all recan rebuild in it.
You got a can of black spray paint?
I don't want to do that now. I want to put the motor in. Hear it buzz.
Oh, by the way, it's getting sunny again.
Exactly. So that means we got 5 minutes. All right, let's do it. Let's turn that off, rig this up. Hey, looks even got the engine pucker. See, Chevy knew you were going to need this stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's a Chevy.
Too bad I didn't have one in the back.
Well, I think that's where you're supposed to just put one of these bolts back in it.
I need to be up here somewhere.
Yeah. Well, then take that one out.
Okay. Put that thing on pause. Let's get this done. Let's verify. Oh, looky.
They're different.
This would never fit that starter, John.
They totally would fit the starter.
No, because these are sized together.
Uh-huh.
Somebody somewhere knows what I'm talking about. There's a difference in tooth size. Everything's different. But because we were smart enough to check, which is a rarity.
You could have put the torque converter on still. It's got the holes for it.
Right. But then that starter wouldn't fit, and I'd have to change the wires. So this way, I just change this, and everything will go back right in. Does that starter even work?
Well, you got the battery, just jump it and get your screwdriver, get your key.
That's the whole reason it didn't work, is because the starter didn't work, so all the oil ran out of the engine. Come on, of course it works.
It only clicked. It never actually even attempted to turn it.
Right, John, you're right. You know why you're right?
So just jump the thing right now.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
You're killing me. You just want to jump it, don't you?
If you jump it, you'll know if it actually works or not.
Why don't you just trust that it works?
Because I'd rather not put it on there than have to go buy one.
I mean, how could it not work?
There's a lot of answers to that.
Bad grounding against the body here. Yeah, we need a good ground. We need a good ground. Is that going to grind that thing up?
No, it shouldn't. Oh, yeah, it works.
Well, you happy now?
Yeah. It seems like a stupid idea to put that in there and then it not work.
Why are you using logic and reasoning? We're Chevy guys. We just put stuff in that don't make sense.
Yeah? So you gonna take those off before we get them stuck on there?
Now, are these bolts the same as the bolts there?
Is it still a 5/8?
11/16. Those are the same bolts.
Okay, good.
I use these ones because I know they match the
thread pitch of this.
Yeah. Oh, lost a washer.
Wow.
Look how shiny that is back there.
Yeah?
Best engine ever made. And we like taking these off anyways. That's why I didn't bend the other one, huh?
Oh, it's peeing.
You got my antifreeze?
I don't know if you put it in there, but yeah.
No, I didn't have to. This one was taken care of. Was the rest of the truck that had issues?
What, the truck that's full of rust and Bondo?
Yeah. Don't you know?
You knocked one of them weird looking washers off when you pulled it off.
What do you mean? That fell off from where?
I don't know where. I just found it on the ground. It came flying off the flywheel.
Oh, right there.
Probably.
Go find my blue Loctite while I do this.
Alright.
Couldn't find blue, but red'll do. Okay, look right here, John. See how nice those freeze plugs are?
Yeah, let's
It's
stab a hole through them.
It's really in good shape, this motor. You know, for having gotten it as a used engine from my friend.
Then you immediately did a burnout with.
Well, see, this is one of those things where I didn't need it, and he wanted to get rid of it, so as he's selling some stuff off of his property, cleaning things up. And I was like, you know, I'm going to need that someday.
And here today is someday. You now got a Jeep from one of your other friends.
Oh, yeah.
To put it in.
You guys thought I was kidding when I said this stuff follows me home. And then out in the driveway, which we hadn't shown you yet, maybe Mary will put a clip in it. I got another project out there that's going to be next week's video. This one we're not going to finish this week. I guarantee you the video's going too long. We're going to set this engine, set it, forget it. Get that one in out of the rain. Unload the other project. The other project's going to need a little bit of work. And I'm not in love with either of these projects right now. I'm doing this because, because they're available. I need something to do. You can only watch so much TV, right? Get out there and do something. Anyways, Red'll do it. And then to properly torque these,
You take the impact gun, you put it on setting 2.
I think the term is you smoke it to Alabama. In that case, we're going to put it on 2 instead of 3. I wonder where it really is. Let's feel it. Wow.
Tight enough to turn the engine over.
This one turns a lot better than that last one we had. Oh yeah, she smoked Alabama. Okay.
Smoked fish.
Let's line this up so we can get at least one torque converter bolt in at the bottom. There we go. See from the angle. And that oil filter. Probably should have just took that off, but I left oil in it because
it had oil.
I was trying to keep moisture out in the shop. All right, get out of the way. Let's start jacking and drilling this thing right in there. Oh, John, this works a lot better now. It has oil in it.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Is it oil or fluid?
Both. Since it has its original oil and then the fluid that's leaking out.
So I don't think we need this. Now look, this one can come off these brackets right here. Because look at that one, you can tell it hasn't been on there for about a bazillion years.
I say leave it until we're in there.
I don't want to leave it because then it's going to be below that cross member. And the power steering pump hangs off of this, which the other power steering pump didn't. They're different. That's what I say. You got all these parts, you got to keep them together.
I think that one just has the bracket and this one has bolted on.
Together, you got problems, buddy.
Eh.
And that bracket goes to a power steering pump that... Do I even keep that? I must have kept it. Why wouldn't I? I just made a big speech about it.
You might not have. You might have gone with, did we keep the front steering parts?
Yeah, I think I threw it over there on the back of the old Ford.
Yeah, maybe.
It's in the rain.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, well, it's a part.
It worked, though. Of course, that's past tense now.
But now I'll know at least what it was.
Is this even a through hole?
Yeah, let's make sure. Here's the bolt.
Someone's having fun.
I don't think it's a through hole. So we're gonna have to change the water pump.
Well, let me see the bolt.
Where the hell did I put the other water pump? In the back here?
Probably. It's got the threads. It's just full of junk.
We don't want threads.
Oh, well then that's not good.
Take a looky. Cookie.
So you want it like that, not like this one where it has threads. Yeah, those are different.
So what if we just drilled that out? And if it doesn't work, then we can change it to this water pump.
You got a drill bit that big?
Do I got a drill bit that big? Put it on pause, I'll show you. Spray some of that juice in there. This thing seems dull. Put some more juice in there. Don't be afraid, it's affordable. We can afford it.
I was just gonna spray it as you were using it. I have a feeling you did that at an angle.
Clean it out. Spray some juice in there. Get it cleaned out. Okay, get out of the way. Don't care. That's machined fit, buddy. Machine fit.
Oh, I'm glad.
Look out, GM engineers. Darian's making it happen. They're taking two pieces of crap that should be in a junkyard and put them together. Yay!
I'm sure there's more than two pieces of junk that need to be in the junkyard.
It's close. Shove this in here. You gotta work that lower leg on there.
Oh, come on.
Alright, give me that camera.
Wow, adding words to the list.
How do you guys put your small block Chevy into a Willys?
Well, you put the small block Chevy in first.
Oh, if I do that and it's hooked to itself, is it actually going to lift? Oh,
Yeah, but it's going to lift the engine straight up, not at an angle.
Let's see.
Dang, I was wrong.
Oh, I'm touching my pin. Are you touching your pin? You're
Uh,
in the bunghole?
I'm lined up with it, but it's not touching.
All right, mine inserted.
Oh, well.
So let me give this thing a little bit of downward motion.
A little motivation.
Yep. I mean, you gotta get out of the way. You're blocking the view. Why is yours not going in?
Because it's probably hung up on that motor mount.
Is that what you think the problem is?
Seems to be what it... In my theory.
Is it touching it now?
Eyeballs.
It's gotta be, because that's going in.
Probably.
Flashlight, too old, can't see.
Well, that and the sun's already going down, and it's like noon.
No, it's like 3 o'clock. We've been out here longer than you thought. It appears. Oh, I don't have my glasses. Oh, I do. I just noticed this wire nut somebody put on there.
12:36.
Oh, man. This has only been 2 hours, John. You're doing a small block Chevy in the backyard in 2 hours. You bet we're your guys. Okay, so you're lined up. You just got to go straight down half a bubble. So I got to turn the turner here. There it is. It should be in.
Wow.
Now we just line up the motor mounts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Blue engine, pink Jeep. Oh, baby.
Dang, we should have painted... You remember when I joked we should paint the engine hot pink?
Yeah, then we would have got a blue Jeep.
Yeah.
Silly kid. Man, even these are going together good. Now maybe I could put those back on the brackets where they go. Because those brackets were on this engine too. That might be something after I get the engine stand out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're just enough garage mom likes this.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
You think so?
Especially if we
She's put up with my crap for years.
spent a bunch of money and got one of them air conditioning systems.
Whoa, don't she's gonna hear this.
That's why I said spend a bunch of money. Because it's like $2,000 to do one of those.
Yeah, that's...
We don't have that, but you know.
We screwed up here. I need to bolt this
That's your side.
No, we need to bolt this transmission to it while we had it together, because now when it's coming down, we're putting a bind on it.
Ah, yes.
Because we got that thing on a jack
The
still.
top of it.
How's that look?
One more. A little bit more. Yeah, that's probably close enough.
All right. Let's put some bolts in it while we got them here. Okay, that starter is being a bugger. Let me try to get one on the top here. Remember when I had that distributor out and I went, oh, what the heck? This thing got bent, John.
Which one?
That line.
Oh. Yeah.
It did a good job of bending it, but now it's bent.
And now it's unbent.
Perfect. Because that one went to the manifold. Get me a 9/16 on a little ratchet. 3/8 drive, short 9/16. I wish there was more stuff back here.
Yeah.
I think it's taking thread. If we get this top one in, then we can let that jack down. Because we've got the bosses in and we got the mating surfaces together. Then so you don't want to put them all in. You want to put one in and then get the motor mount set. Then you got to go check the torque converter, see if it actually rotates. Because if it's in a bind, then you got to take it all apart again and get that. So the torque converter, same as like it's set in, but it should rotate freely. And then it should be a little gap between the flywheel and the torque converter. Once you have that little gap, then you just draw it up with the bolts. But if you don't have that gap, it's bound up. I hate this. The bolt wants to go back and forth. Should put some dirt on it, then it'll be forcing it way in there.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah, that's it. That's the sound of success.
Yeah.
You remember I was talking about these sharps?
Yeah.
The one just been just grinding right there into my arm. This one has more room than that one.
Weird. They're different engines or something.
No, on that Willys.
Oh, you mean the Jeep that's supposed to have a 4-cylinder engine instead of possibly a 6-cylinder?
An 8-cylinder?
No. These ones could come with a 6-cylinder.
Oh yeah, these ones. Okay.
That one only came with a
Get rid
4-cylinder.
of that jack over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1,000 miles away. Get it. Let's, I don't think we're done with this because I think we're gonna have to monkey around with the bolts
Yeah.
on the bell housing. I mean on the motor mounts, but I want to get rid of the engine picker so I can lay under there
I do the rest.
and make sure that the torque converter's not goofy.
Nah, I think you should bolt it all the way in and then go, dang it.
Well, this might be the end of the video, John.
Might be.
Because all we're gonna do is
A couple
in a
more
few
bolts you
things,
can't see us
throw
do.
the hood on it, and then next time, I promise. Next time, this is the promise. Next time I'll work on this. Oh, after the next time. Then the next time.
There's a promise that at one point this will get work done.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at this, man. We're ready to hang that, do this. Oh, it's beauty, eh? I mean, we're ready to go. So yeah, we're well on our way, but let's, I mean, I think the video's long enough. You guys get the gist of it. It's a new project. I got title work to do with this one. I've got another project that's sitting over there on the trailer. Still working a full-time job. My schedule changed slightly again, so I'm working 8 more days in a row after this. So
we're
I guess
getting
we have
a little
tomorrow,
ahead.
And then 8 more days after that. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of jammed some videos together. This is how most people keep their ratchet straps. I am not, okay? I'm anal in some areas, and this is one of them. You always want to release them first, okay?
So you can adjust your length later.
So you want to make sure that it's like that.
So when you're already frustrated trying to tie something down, you got it just simple.
Now, there's somebody on the internet right now who hopefully is watching this. Thank you for your support. But you have your own system of doing it, and I love those ideas. So if you got one, put it in there.
Zip tie them together.
I like to do this. A guy showed me this when I was in high school working for this guy, and he says, Darian, this is how you always do it. And he had a cardboard box he set them in, and he put them all in there, and they were all lined up. And I always thought that was dumb. And then I became an adult, and guess what? The guy was smart. He was a good mentor. He showed me some things, and it just makes life easier. They're not all tangled and yanked together. And the kids do it this way too, because I make them. Sometimes I tie a light knot in the end, because then it won't come apart when you throw it over at load. Anyways, that's that. Thanks for watching Just Enough Garage. Like, comment, subscribe, refer us to friends, put comments in. This is going to be the coolest project, and when you see next week's project to go with it, you'll hear part of what I'm thinking about doing, which would involve some frame modification, some different bed design, some different ideas. We're kind of making it into, I'm not going to say. It's going to be cool either way. I mean, we're making cool stuff. Hopefully we'll finish one of these. 53 Ford, sold down the road. Sold it to the first guy who showed up to look at it. Probably means I was too cheap on the price, but I didn't know that people love those things as much as I did. The Z car is back here if somebody's interested in that. The Suburban, I've got that if somebody wants to buy on that. This green fabulous Jeep, I'm probably going to sell someday. So look, if you don't got 10,000 bucks, don't even bother. Fuel injected, lockers, winches at both ends. I got a Jeep trailer that matches, but power steering, power brakes, disc, it's a good one. So if somebody's interested in that, I mean, I would do that. I think about $5 grand on that one. If somebody's interested, contact me. If not, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I have no trouble selling them in my area. This is things are expensive here, so people have money. So I've always found a source for them. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.